Do you know that next week is the 1st? We'll be out of this, okay? We'll be ready to go. The 1st. It's our reset month. Some of you have started already, changed binders and going on. I saw frugality is life. Some of you got new little challenges and new little things, and some of you got new budget planners. Change whatever you need to do. This is our reset. Look and see what you can do to make your life easier and better with your finances. You don't have to keep doing the same thing just because baby boo is over there doing that or comparing yourself to baby baba. Okay, this is about you. This is about your money. That's the first thing you need to do. That's why people are in debt. Number one, they never focused on their debt. Okay, they didn't even think about it. Check came, bye. They don't focus. You have to focus on your debt. You have to realize there is a debt. Your mind is trying to close it off because, see, it's something that's bad for you. It's something that hurts you. It's something that you wish you never got into. And plus other factors, it may be a debt collector. It may be now you don't have enough money. You don't have enough money to take care of your kids or whatever is happening. And sometimes outside influences like inflation, job loss. You have to focus. And you have to realize how much debt do you actually have. And you can do that easily. If you look at your credit report, it tells you on the top, usually kind of in the middle somewhere, depends on which one you're looking at. But it tells you how much debt you're actually in. Just down to the precise dime, they got it. And when you pay it off, they tell you how much you paid off. Maybe you got $173,000 in debt. You were in the beginning, and it'll go, you went down to $169,000. Technically, that's a win-win, right, for you. But you have to look at that credit report and find out how much debt am I in this month. And it does this every month. It calculates really for you. And if you want to use it as your goalposts, but those are the things that they're adding up. Now, there's some things they don't have on there, but these are the major things are on there, like your credit cards. Maybe it's a loan, a house, the car, the major things that count on for your credit score. But we don't focus. When some of you are doing those debt confessions, it's like you finally realize how much debt you were in. How deep it was. Some cried. Some never came back to the channels. It's devastating. But the number one thing, when you're in debt because you didn't focus on your money, how you were spending your money, where you were spending your money, when you were spending your money. Were you always at the bank and withdrawing money? Are you getting, insufficient funds? Do you have to pay the bank all these fees because you had no money and they paid it? You have to sit down and realize what is going on with you. I tell you all the time, you got to analyze yourself. What is going on with me or my household? And sit down with your partner. If they don't want to sit down with you, you do your side, I guess. You figure it out. You may need a financial advisor. No, I'm not one. I'm just showing you what I go through. Don't be talking about, you said, no, didn't work like that. Okay, if you need one, get one. If you can afford one, get one. And get the right one. Some pretend. Okay, totally pretend. They can throw up diplomas and make them and throw them up on the wall, and they're not even real anymore. So I tell you all the time, check. And most of the time, like with me, my family doesn't believe in all this other stuff anyway. It's like, it's you. You got to figure out you. Nobody else. You know you better than anybody. You know why you spent that money. You know what was going on. You probably didn't, because what happens, we get blind when we're spending money. Oh, see, we're doing the about thing, we're going, okay, I think I got about $200 in there, so it's okay for me to go get that latte. Next thing you go around the corner, ooh, they got that purse on sale. Oh, I can get that. And next thing you know, that $200 or whatever is gone. Okay, so we need to focus, allocate our money, especially to paying our bills and debt down, especially on saving and giving yourself a treat if you can afford it right now. When you'll eventually be able to afford it, but you got to learn to save. Number 2, you're in debt. Like I said, no budget. You didn't even write anything on paper. You didn't even write your check up there. You know, I've looked at my check sometimes. They've added extra money to my check. If I hadn't seen it, I would just went on, right? They give you a bonus, a raise or something. They may tell you they gave you a raise. Oh, I meant to tell you. I've had companies do that. I gave you a raise. Still to this day. I gave you a bonus. And if you're not careful, it's gone, right? You didn't allocate it. You didn't focus on it. You just think this check is the same every month. You didn't check on whether it went down, went up, and your bank account looks like it's rising and falling like a sunset and sun up. It's just moving, boom, boom, back and forth. You got to do some type of budget. It can be on a piece of paper, just even list it. This is what I need to pay my bills with. This is what I need for me this week. If you're on a weekly or bi-weekly according to your check, this is what I need to, maybe I got to make a car payment, a house payment. Maybe I got an upcoming car maintenance that I know eventually I'm going to have tires for the winter or next spring. I need to be saving that money somewhere. Oh, we got car insurance. You got to put something down on paper, especially if you are not focused on it. It's not going to work. Number 3, your wants are stronger than your needs. It's bad. That's a disaster. That would be a disaster, right? But it is a disaster. Forget about it. Okay? What you want. I want this. I saw that. We got to go to Disney. We got to go over here. We always do summer vacation. Maybe you don't have the money to go to summer vacation. Do a home vacation. Stay, if you got kids, some kids, okay, yeah, some of these places are nice. But what if you just ramped it up at home? Just sit there. Okay, we're going to have a ramped up vacation at home. We're going to fill the little pool up and do all this stuff with the kids. Kids would probably have a nicer time with people coming over, their friends coming over, and enjoying something different that you invented besides going away all the time. You can't afford to go away, right? Some of you don't take them anywhere. You don't go to a movie. They're just sitting there looking at you, and you want them to go back to school because you just didn't do anything. But it's not, and some can't. You can't do anything, and you have to be very creative to try to get something done when you're on no money, low budget, or high budget with no money. But sometimes it's because your wants are stronger than your needs. You had to go get that purse or that new pair of shoes. Okay, I seen guys do it too. I got to have those new pairs of shoes, that just came out. And you knew you had that credit card bill that's going to be past due, but you don't care right now. You have to learn to care about you. That's part of you. Because later on, you may need that credit score. You may need to borrow some money and you can't get it because they're looking at all the past dues and all this like no. Or your interest rate winds up super high because that's how they get you. We'll give you the loan, interest rate's high. Or you wind up walking into one of those crazy payday loans. And then you're really in a tough spot. Number 4, Yeah. Yeah. Number 4, bills are behind, they're late. That's why we're in debt, some of us. The bills got behind, we're late, credit cards are behind, and those are reported usually to the credit bureau. And what's dropping? The score. We got to learn to keep those up and going and make some kind of game out of it or something like, oop, I paid that one. Okay, it's not late. Paid that one. Stay focused. Because the company is focused. They have no problem reporting you late. Okay, they have no problem. And some companies, they keep it right on there. If you were late once, it stays on there in red or blue or whatever they got, and you weren't even late. It just stays on there. It's on your credit report. And the credit bureau will swear they're not telling anybody, but it's right there. It's still there. And plus they have a little chart on there that says how many times you've been late, how long it was late. You don't want to look like that type of person. That's why we're in debt. That's why we're broke. Yes, we can blame it on inflation, but it would have been better if we had saved. Then we wouldn't be so hard on inflation. But see, we didn't. It's not our fault that inflation is here. That is something enacted by the government. Okay, with all their methodology and all this stuff. That's just when they tell you you don't understand, right? What's going on? Like, you didn't do it, so what's going on? And all the money they're spending. And we have inflation, and then they want us to spend money so inflation will go away. But you can't. We're broke. They need to be giving us money, right? But, of course, why do that? Never mind. Okay, but you have to watch what you're doing, because one day we are going to be out of this inflation, and some people, you're going to have a hard way to go, because we have gotten in debt during this time, and things have went just totally wrong. And like I said, most of it is not our fault at all. But when you get back on your feet, we don't need you staying broke. Number 4 is a big thing that's happened around the country: quitting jobs. Some young people, they're messing up already, because every job that you quit, it's recorded. Most of the time it's recorded. And so when you go get another job and get another job, and then finally you may find that big job that you really wanted later on, and they're going to go, why'd you quit that job? You were at a lot of jobs. You didn't stay. You haven't stayed at this job over 2 years. You know, maybe your average is like 1 year here, 6 months there. Maybe you found one you kind of liked and it was 2 months. Okay, then they're going to do your average like they do our credit score. You know, they average out the credit score instead of taking the highest one. They always come up with the excuse, well, they always do that. The only reason they did that was to weed people out. Mostly poor people, people of color. Didn't make any difference. Okay. If you had color in you, they weed you out. If you were poor, then if you were poor white, poor black, that's the way to weed you out. That credit score weeds you out. So they started averaging the credit scores. All of a sudden, we got 3 big companies that can't seem to agree. And I think one company owns another company and still don't agree. One company is strict. The other one's kind of middle of the road, and one's a little weaker and kinder. But they don't look at that score. No, we use this company. No, we use this company. No, we use all 3 and average them together. See, it's against us down here. They want you in a certain place. They don't care. You know, if you're white, black, low end, if you're not wealthy, okay, I said wealthy. I didn't mean rich either, because some of them get into it too. Rich is like millionaire, boom. Because they, you know, they're not wealthy. Wealthy is, they're up there. Billionaires, blah, blah, blah. But if you keep quitting your job, that record is following you all over the place. Whether you're young or whatever. Now, some things can't be helped. But even when I quit my job, I sat there and thought about where, if something happens, can I go somewhere else? If I can't make it on my own, which I did, so it's okay. I can write that one off and didn't need to worry about it. But your record follows you. You have to stay on it. You have to stay on it. So get focused. Organize your life. Check your check how much your check is coming in every month. Check how much you really owe. Okay, really. Who do you owe? What do you owe? The credit report will tell you the ballpark figure of what they're interested in, like the credit cards and house payment and everything else. And then some of you may owe something else that's not reported to the credit bureau. All that needs to be added up so that you know what's going on. And then you can do your crying and falling out, and then come back and pay attention. How much do I need for this, this, and this? And if you see something special, how much do I have to save for that? You got to focus on your needs and not your wants first. Needs. When all this is said and done, if there's some money left over, and unless you saved it, you're saving it. Like I said, you be your own bank, so you quit going out here asking for loans and taking money off the credit card. If you're your own bank, your credit card can sit there quietly and you can use between 10 and 30% of it and pay it off every month. But if you're your own bank, you don't need to go out there and get a loan. You don't need to go out there and do anything. Make that be your goal at the end. Like, I'm fine. Make that be your goal, because there's going to be another inflation. Sometime there's going to be another recession, and you're going to wish you had the money. Save. Keep focused. If you're getting ready to quit your job, make sure it's for a good reason. Maybe management is bugging you. You see the writing on the wall. Yeah. But just because you just don't feel like it is not working, or you don't want to go to work. I'm seeing a lot of people do that, even people that inherited businesses. I don't want to go. Right now, this is really not the time to be talking about what you don't want to do. You need to go forward, and then when you get enough to sustain yourself, okay, talk about it with whoever is with you. If there's somebody there, if you want to sell your business, go right ahead. You want to leave your business, but you do know that if you do own a business, sometimes you can't come back. Like, you own a restaurant, you can't come back because you sold it. Okay, you can come back and make your own, but you got to start all over again. Or if you're working at a job, some of them people don't want you back. It's like you walked off, bye, I'm done. So don't beg for anything. You do what you have to do to get by. I told you, pay attention to yourself so you can get by. Don't pay attention to what people keep talking about. Some of them got good ideas and some got bad ideas, and it's up to you to weigh those ideas. If you made a mistake in the past and you wish you had followed your own mind, it's okay. You're not perfect. Only God and Jesus is perfect. And you just dust yourself off and say, okay, I remember that mistake, and I remember it the rest of my life, and I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to come up now and start all over again. I'm okay. And you are. All right, today we're working on is Sinking Fund Sunday. Yeah, Sinking Fun. So here we are. We're going to do this one today. And I have these listed. Basic sinking funds, those are really just my sinking funds if something happens, but this is what I basically try to go for, to put on in sinking funds in their little buckets in the bank each month. And you make it, and some get more, some of them show out and get more. So today we're doing just regular sinking fund, Thanksgiving, house payment, birthday, Christmas, and savings, okay? And we're going to take, because I think most of them are like $10. I think I try to keep them all the same. with what was going on. Hold on, I'm bending down. The stuff is like all over the place. Because we're putting the new floor in. It's time for this floor thing. So we're going to take 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 80, 90, $100. And then we got $20 extra that we're going to use for the winner. The winner is, and we're going to use our talking dice here. Okay, we don't know who's going to be talking on here. It could be male, female, or middle of the road. It's fine with me. Okay, I have no problems. It's okay. People are people. God made everybody regardless of color, race, creed, walking, talking. You're people. Okay, so here we go.
I knew that your number will be 2.
2, and that's Thanksgiving. I'm a Thanksgiving turkey. Let me get these all. Yeah, I did it right. Okay. And what I do is I do use prop money, and then I move it into its bucket in the bank. So like, I do have a regular sinking fund bucket, and that can go there. Thanksgiving's got its own, Christmas, birthdays, the car for maintenance now because I paid the car off, Christmas, and this is just savings. So here we go.
Do you agree? You have number 3.
3. Car payment. No, house payment, Lord.
Good news for you. You have number 2.
Number 2. Who is it? We're ready. Yes.
1.
What you crying for? Oh my. How unsafe.
Without any tricks, your number is 6.
Okay.
Let me read this number. 1.
1.
And here we go. 1. Oh no. Your number is 5.
5. Merry Christmas.
And here we go.
Okay. I'm ready. 1.
Let me read this number. 1.
1. So birthday didn't get anything, although, we'll be ready for that. Excuse me, shake your foot if it's wiggled. Remember, circulation. Because it'll be my daughter's birthday in September. It is her birthday month, and we celebrate the month. So that means anybody can do anything. They can take her out to eat all, during the month. They may buy her another present, blah, blah, blah. And her birthday is September the 8th. That'll be the party day. But all month, So let's see who got the most. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 on sinking fund bucket. 20 for Thanksgiving. 10 for house payment. Birthday nothing day. Christmas $10 and savings $10. So the winner is, shake your foot, is sinking funds, which will give it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and $70 today. Go, go, go. So we are there. So I want you to take care of yourself. Enjoy, okay? And get ready because we are headed out of August. Okay, it's time for the reset, recharge, and get ready because we're headed to December, right? September, 3 more months. 3 more months. Get together. Come on. You can do it. Take care. Bye-bye. And I'll be visiting. Okay? Bye-bye.
Without any tricks, your number is 6.